All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if I look a little bit older and a little grayer than I did the last time I was on camera, it's because a lot of stuff has happened here. We have a broken engine. If you come with me outside, we have got our XE on snow tires, and we have got a broken SVR on the trailer. Snapped a half shaft. This is on snow tires because some lovely people stole our summer wheels and tires while we were parked outside of a hotel. But the main purpose of the video, the main reason I wanted to make it, is to highlight a couple of things. One of them is what a phenomenal team and group of people we have managed to put together here at Velocity AP. Scott was up here from Florida this week. Chris has been in town from Montreal. We've been working on a bunch of new product development and some really exciting things to talk to you about over the next couple of weeks that we're still pushing the envelope on. But we had a few absolute all hands on deck, everything went wrong and it had to get figured out moments. In here in the race shop, we had the boys in here, Jacob and Jeff, dropping an engine out of an F-type 48 hours before we were supposed to hit the drag strip. Absolutely phenomenal job getting some parts swapped over onto a spare motor that we had. Totally unexpected. People were here late at night. People were making sacrifices. It was really encouraging to see. We had everybody else in the fab shop working away. Aaron drove the truck and the trailer down with one of our vehicles. Cassandra drove another one of our vehicles down. Everybody left here late at night. We got into Vancouver late at night. We had a limited window of opportunity to try and get out on the drag strip in Mission to demonstrate some of our products. And it's just really encouraging and rewarding to see how much everybody cares here. And I wish that all of you out there who are customers of ours were able to see that. Just how much it matters to everybody here to deliver you guys great results. So from me to my team, an enormous thank you. I couldn't do any of it without you guys, and it really is a team and a family here at VAP. So really, really thankful for the support. On another note, we broke a lot of stuff. Well, move fast and break stuff. That's kind of what we do. And there are times here where we talk about it and we're like, well, maybe we shouldn't tell people what happened. Maybe we shouldn't say this. Maybe we shouldn't say that. And to be honest with you, I think we really believe in transparency. And I think that it really reinforces what we're actually trying to do here and why we're trying to do it. So just to give you the laundry list, we got a bunch of really exciting new products on our own F-Pace SVR. Got that down to the strip with 800 horsepower. Chris ran an 11.5 at 124 miles an hour on the first pass. And on the second one, snapped an axle. You know what? There we are. We're out there beating up on our own cars. We're breaking stuff. We're figuring out what the limits are when you push the envelope. You don't see us out at a whole bunch of fancy car shows, polishing carbon fiber wings, parked in a booth somewhere. We're out there, we're doing the R&D, we're beating up our own vehicles, we're breaking things, and we're doing it so that we can tell you with a fair amount of authority, hey, if you have an F-Type R and you want to make a bunch of power, this is what you need to do. This is a supporting modification that you need to have. And we can tell you that we know that because we're breaking our own cars. So we're out there doing it. We're trying to show you guys that it's not all just about being a dyno queen. It's not all just about being a pavement princess. We're doing the R&D in real time. So between the cost of renting the strip this week and the failures that we had and the theft that it was incurred, we probably burned $50,000 this week just to try and demonstrate to the world what these products will do, and also to try and find the limits of some of the components and ancillary items so we can speak to you with authority. So it's kind of a tough week, but I'm really proud of our team. I'm really proud of what we accomplished. We didn't manage to get the F-Type out onto the strip with the 2300 for a variety of reasons, but our team pulled through and got it down there with a running engine in it ready to go. And unfortunately, the weather got the best of us. So we have some further analysis to do on our engine program. This engine here is one of our first prototypes that we've built to run significantly more power. We did a bunch of break-in on it here on the dyno, and then we ran into an issue with it. It's an interesting thing to think about because, you know, people will say, well, how do you know, for example, as an engine builder, what specifications you need to use when you're using a certain combination of parts? And the answer in this case is there isn't a book to go to. This is one of the first that we know of, or certainly the first engine that's been built with Darton mid-sleeve blocks, which we commissioned. And when you get to the point of putting it together and you're using a bunch of upgraded components, a lot of the time the answers aren't clear. So this is why we do the R&D here. This is why we're testing these things ourselves in real time, so that we can develop the program and know, for example, you know, when you're replacing in the main cap a bolt with an upgraded stud and running it with a sleeved block, what should you be torquing it to? How much do you need to check these things and make sure that you're not getting distortion? So we're developing the program here. We're doing it on these vehicles so that we can tell you, we researched it, we've checked this, we've done the R&D, and we know what should be done. Same thing goes with our own cars. So this little XE, we went down to test our 612 horsepower package, and we had to do it on winter tires because somebody stole from us. So that little car there with the 3-liter, we were able to run 11.7 at 118 miles an hour on a set of 225 snow tires. We go and do this stuff, and we go and try and represent it in the form that you would drive your car on the street. So this isn't a stripped out car on drag radials. Neither was our F-Pace. You know, we're taking these cars to the strip in essentially the same form that you would drive them on the street. Yeah, you're gonna take the spare tire out, but these are still full interior cars. They're road legal, road licensed, driven to the street. We're trying to show you the performance that you can really accomplish with the products that we make. And anybody should be able to accomplish that without having to go run MS-109 race fuel, without having to gut your car, without having to put 15-inch wheels on the back with drag radials. This is as you drive it on the street. If we say it'll do it, it'll do it. If we say that you need supporting modifications, it needs supporting modifications. So it's been a real rough week. We actually accomplished a huge amount. We learned a huge amount, and probably the biggest win for us overall, and for me personally, was just to see how much commitment and dedication and care level we have in our team here at VAP. I couldn't be prouder of everybody. I love all of you. I appreciate it. And this is just the beginning for some of the products that we're working on. So watch this space. We're gonna have quite a few new announcements over the course of the next 2 or 3 months. And I think a lot of you in the JLR community are gonna be really interested to see what we've come out with. So thanks again, everybody. Have a great weekend, and thank you for supporting VAP.